Welcome to the LAUSD Redistricting Commission's public input hearing, and thank you for attending. The LAUSD Redistricting Commission is composed of 15 members, 7 appointed by each member of the LAUSD Board of Education, 4 appointed by the Los Angeles City Council President, and 4 by the Mayor of the City of Los Angeles. The Commission has elected myself, Luis Sanchez, as Chair, Ms. Andrea Ambriz as Vice Chair. To date, we have had meetings to organize ourselves, establish our procedures and processes, and hire staff. We have also created 2 standing committees, the Outreach Committee co-chaired by Wilma Franco and Elizabeth Johnson, and the Data and Mapping Committee co-chaired by Ana Teresa Dehan and Barry Wade. This hearing is part of the phase of soliciting public input in our work. There will be many other opportunities. We are committed to providing the residents of the Los Angeles Unified School District with full opportunity to participate in this process. The full commission will hold a second round of hearings during the first week of October to receive further input from the public. Our final map must be completed by October 29th. Once our map is finalized, it will then go to the City Council, which has until December 31st, 2021 to adopt the final map. We are making redistricting software and data available to the public so you may submit your own recommended maps. We also are making the information we gather available online through our commission website, redistricting2021.lacity.org/LUSDRC, as well as providing the public the opportunity to submit testimony, comments, and maps online. We encourage all LAUSD communities and stakeholders to engage in the redistricting process so that communities have equal access to political representation. How and where districts are drawn can shape a community's ability to elect representatives of their choice. Before we begin receiving your comments, the city attorney will provide a brief overview of the redistricting law and criteria that we are obligated to follow.
On behalf of the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office, we welcome you to this public hearing of the LAUSD Redistricting Commission. Our office's role is to provide legal advice to the city, including this commission, throughout the redistricting process. We would like to take this opportunity to discuss several important laws and legal principles that apply to redistricting. The Los Angeles City Charter requires the City Council to redraw the lines for the LAUSD's 7 Board of Education districts at least once every 10 years. The Charter creates this Redistricting Commission to advise the City Council on the drawing of LAUSD Board of Education district lines. The Charter requires the Redistricting Commission to obtain public input, prepare a redistricting proposal, and present the proposal to the City Council. Several important legal criteria govern the redistricting process. The equal population principle. Board of Education districts must contain, as nearly as practicable, equal portions of the total population of the Los Angeles Unified School District. This principle is established in the City Charter and also in the United States Supreme Court's one person, one vote decisions. The United States Constitution's Equal Protection Clause. The United States Supreme Court has held that race cannot be used as the predominant factor in drawing district lines, such that traditional redistricting criteria are subordinated to the considerations of race. The Voting Rights Act of 1965. The Voting Rights Act prohibits voting practices which result in a denial or abridgment of the right to vote on account of race, color, or language minority status. Redistricting plans must be analyzed under the Voting Rights Act to ensure they do not deprive minority voters of an equal opportunity to elect representatives of their choice in violation of the Act. Traditional redistricting criteria. Federal, state, and city law have established several traditional redistricting criteria, all of which shall be considered to the extent feasible when drawing district lines. What are the traditional redistricting criteria? Contiguity. All parts of a district should connect. Compactness. Districts should be geographically compact. Existing boundaries. Districts should utilize boundaries such as geographic, street, and political boundaries and conform to high school attendance zones. Communities of interest. district should preserve neighborhoods and communities of people sharing common interests. More information regarding the laws governing the LAUSD's redistricting process are available on the Redistricting Commission's website, redistricting2021.lacity.org/LAUSDRC. Thank you.
Now that you've heard the criteria the Commission must use and consider when redrawing the LAUSD school board member boundaries, what data was used to draw the draft maps? There are many types of demographic and geographic data the Commission used, as well as taking into consideration hundreds of submitted public comments from across the school district. The 2020 census data is the official data set the Commission uses for the redistricting process. The data is adjusted to take into account the reallocation of the state prison population as required by state law. This data includes the raw population data as well as ethnic data based on population and voting age population. The Commission also took into consideration hundreds of written comments and verbal testimony during the first phase of our public input hearing process, including those comments submitted using our public comment form on our website. One of the most important data sets the Commission considered is school attendance zones, with an emphasis on high school attendance zones as required by the Los Angeles City Charter. The Commission also considered middle school attendance zones and is continuing to examine school feeder patterns to ensure that representation is fair and equitable for residents, parents, and students. The Commission considered other community-related data sets as well, including information from the American Community Survey, neighborhood and city boundaries, major freeways, and neighborhood councils in the city of Los Angeles. What are the Commission's proposed draft maps? The Commission has submitted to the public 3 draft maps, Draft 1A, Draft 1B, and Draft 2 for your consideration, feedback, and comment. More detailed maps are available on our website at redistricting2021.lacity.org/LAUSDRC. Draft 1A from north to south keeps 2 districts whole in the San Fernando Valley, using the 405 freeway as the major boundary, with only 1 district over Mulholland Drive. Changes to District 6 in the Northeast Valley include losing portions of Van Nuys, Lake Balboa, and Reseda, while adding the communities of Valley Glen, all of North Hollywood, and Toluca Lake. District 6 is the same in all of the draft maps. Changes to District 3 in the West and Southeast Valley include adding all of Lake Balboa and Van Nuys, while losing Valley Glen and portions of the Reseda High School attendance zone. Changes to District 4 include adding all of the Reseda High School and University High School attendance zones, while removing portions of the Hollywood High School attendance zone east of Highland Avenue. Changes to District 1 include removing the city of Gardena, using the 110 freeway as the major eastern boundary, and including all of the Los Angeles High School attendance zone. Changes to District 2 include removing downtown Los Angeles, South Los Angeles, Pico Union, and Westlake, while adding all of unincorporated East Los Angeles, El Sereno, Highland Park, Eagle Rock, Glassell Park, Elysian Valley, Outwater Village, as well as portions of Hollywood. Changes to District 5, including adding downtown Los Angeles, more of South Los Angeles, Pico Union, and Westlake, while losing the other communities described in District 2. And lastly, changes to District 7 in the south include adding all of the city of Gardena and cleaning up the northern boundaries, mostly along high school attendance zones and the 110 freeway. Draft 1B is very similar to Draft 1A, with some minor changes to Districts 2 and 5. In Draft 1B, Los Feliz and Silver Lake are removed from District 5 and added to District 2, while Koreatown is removed from District 2 and added to District 5. Draft 2 also keeps 2 districts whole in the San Fernando Valley, using the 405 freeway as the major boundary. As stated before, District 6 is the same in all of the draft maps. Changes to District 3 include removing Studio City, Sherman Oaks, and Valley Village by using Mulholland Drive as the southern boundary and the 405 freeway as the major eastern boundary, with the exception of the community of Van Nuys, which is kept whole in the district. Changes to District 4 include removing all of the West Valley, which includes the Taft High School attendance area and the communities of Tarzana and Encino, while adding Sherman Oaks, Studio City, and Valley Village. Changes to District 1 include keeping a portion of the city of Gardena, using the 110 freeway as the major eastern boundary, and including all of the Los Angeles High School attendance zone. Changes to District 2 include removing Mount Washington and Angelino Heights while consolidating portions of South Los Angeles. Changes to District 5 include adding Mount Washington, Angelino Heights, and portions of Hollywood east of Highland Avenue, while losing portions of South Los Angeles. And lastly, changes to District 7 in the south include minor changes to the northern boundaries, mostly along high school attendance zones in the 110 freeway, while keeping the city of Gardena split at Rosecrans Avenue. These are the draft maps for your consideration. The Commission must send the final map recommendation to the City Council by October 29th. Your input today and in the next 2 weeks is critical to help inform the Commission to make the best decisions possible. What type of public input are we seeking from the community? We want to know what you think. Are you in support of any of the draft maps, and why? Is there a particular district or district configuration that you like or don't like? Let us know. What changes would you like to see made to the current draft maps? You can also go to our website at redistricting2021.lacity.org/LAUSDRC to use our online mapping tool where you can draw and submit your own maps to the Commission.
There are 4 ways for the public to provide input into the Commission's process. The first way is to attend a public hearing like you are doing today and tell us what you'd like to see in a map. The second way is through the public comment form on our website. The third way is to submit your map to the Commission, and the rules and procedures for doing so are on the website as well. Lastly, the Commission will be providing an online mapping tool to help the public draw their own maps.
Thank you again for attending our meeting today. To contact the Commission, you can reach us by email, phone, on our website, and you can follow us on social media. Our website is located at redistricting2021.LACity.org/LAUSDRC. On our webpage, the Google Translate button in the upper right corner is available to translate the website into multiple languages. On our homepage, you can easily RSVP for a public hearing, join any live Zoom webinars, and provide us with public comment with the click of a button shown in the middle of the page. The homepage menu also allows you to access the Commission's documents and tools. The public comment page under Community Engagement is where you can RSVP for a public input hearing, easily submit written comments, or you can email us at LAUSD.redistricting@LACity.org. Additionally, our online mapping tool on the Maptitude software page is where you will be able to draw suggested maps to submit to the Commission. This page also provides the rules and procedures for presenting a map. We hope you visit our website at redistricting2021.LACity.org/LAUSDRC. And we hope you participate in future meetings with us.
We are holding 3 public input hearings to get feedback from the public on the draft maps. The hearings will take place on Monday, October 4th at 6:30 p.m., Wednesday, October 6th at 6:30 p.m., and Saturday, October 9th at 11 a.m.
Every public input hearing will have Spanish interpretation available using the Zoom interpretation button at the bottom of your screen. We will also provide interpretation in 12 other languages if we receive a request at least 72 hours before the meeting. When providing comments in any language other than English, please pause every 2 sentences to allow your interpreter to interpret your comment back to English. Feel free to contact us by email or phone, and don't forget to check out our website and follow us on social media. Now we will move into the public comment period of the meeting. Each member of the public wishing to speak before the commission will have up to 3 minutes. Please select the raised hand option to speak and wait to be called on. When we call on you, please state your name and the boundaries of your community of interest as an introduction to your comments. Once again, thank you for attending today's public hearing for the LAUSD Redistricting Commission and for participating in this very important process.